howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. This is Roblox actually. Can you believe it? I'm finally doing it. I never actually told a lot of people that I was considering this, but we're playing Steam and Steel. And you know what, in a bit of fairness, I've played it quite a bit actually, with my kids. I really enjoyed this game. It's a lot of fun. It's not too different from Railroads Online, with a couple of its own benefits, and of course a couple of its own setbacks, but no game is perfect. But I am excited to play this game and to have it here on the channel. If you're interested in it, if it piques your interest, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Feel free to leave a comment. But I like what this game has done so far. I like where it's going. I like the Steam simulation on this thing. This one's more about driving, just like Railroads Online. But yeah, of course, it's all, you know, European looking stuff, like Germany specifically. And it's cartoony because it's Roblox, but man, it is fun. And as we go through here, I want to talk about a lot of the different things I really like about it. But I've got a really cool plan for the long term about how to get a really nice functional railroad going. So we'll get there at some point. I think for now, though, I'm going to make sure I hit the brakes there and not run off the end of the track. But yeah, so you've got some settings. It's pretty easy to open up in the multiplayer. You just go to admin. You can set a password. You can make it go online. And then, of course, here's all kinds of regulatory things you've got with people and the weather. It's kind of nice. For buildings, you can build track. It's very seamless. It makes a lot of sense. It's really smooth to work with. And then, of course, you can determine the type of track. So it just kind of depends on what you're working with. And then you can turn the gradients off, the curves off. You can make it stick to those. And then, of course, those go without saying. You've got track objects like switches, 80-foot radius, 125-foot radius. You've got crossovers, grade crossings, buffers at the end. Really nice turntable. It's so easy to set up a little engine shed with this thing. And everything is really affordable. God, I love it so much. It's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I am going to build a rail line to the lumber mill, which is right there. So the way I have currently envisioned myself doing this is heading right up this hill here and then crossing over right through here, you know, seeing how it looks from there, and circling my way back around to get to the lumber mill, or just going straight in if I'm able to. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to tell with the elevation. I definitely can tell that it goes up a bit, but from there we're not really too sure, so we're going to figure that out. But yeah, there is so much to do on here, so many things to connect. This map it's my first time playing this particular map. I have played the tutorial world. I've got a fully functioning tutorial world going. It's a lot easier than this one to build track because it's a lot flatter. It's so much fun, but this is going to be a great experience, and I am certainly here for it. I'm very excited. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So yeah, those actually go together, but I don't want to just shuttle cars between them, so I'll probably actually, you know, put them in different districts. I'll talk more later about how I'm gonna, you know, actually do all of this, how I'm gonna operate it, everything once it gets there. But you know, you can buy cars, so small cars, big cars, just depends on what you want to buy. I have decided that this playthrough I'm only going to buy big cars, and I'll eventually sell off my small ones. But yeah, you know, we'll get to the good stuff. So reasonable prices considering the amount of money you make off these things. And of course, there's all the locomotives. If it doesn't make a ton of sense to you, it's okay. You just look at them and pick the one that's got the most power, because that's all that really matters, right? Just kidding. It's a little bit more than that. But yeah, I really have enjoyed this game. I really have. Look at that. Awesome. Anyways, I have no idea what the development plan for this game is. I don't know. I am not connected in any way to the dev team, so couldn't tell you. All right, let's build some track. Let's see. I want gradient on, curvature on. That means it's going to stick to whatever I choose. Gradient's measured in percentage, and curve is measured in foot radius. So negative is going to take us to the right. We're on the main line, so we'll stick to 125. So there's my right turn. And then, let's see, we will put that at 0. Problem is I don't know don't know what's in front of me, so let's go take a look here. Let's go see what might be in front of us. Do I need to start heading uphill? Looks like that is 100% a yes. Quickly at that, actually. In fact, I probably should have already been going up the hill. Ah! That's okay. We can back up and build some more track again. No problem. I'm going to go ahead and put this on a grade ASAP. So delete, delete, delete. Not bad. Let's put the grade at 1% first, just to get it going. And then we're going to run it up to 2%. If that turns out to not be enough, I might crank it up to 3. We'll see. Negative 125 to get my curve back. I still want to follow the contour of the land. Oops, that's coming out a bit too much. So let's get the 15-foot embankment. It's a little bit steeper embankment. See, kind of for that reason. Makes sense. I don't want to build a trestle just yet, so I'm going to roll with that. Let's now straighten this out. Cut some trees. Cut several trees, actually. Looks like I need to curve again. That's fine. This time we'll go with 125 so that it goes left. Cut those trees. I hate cutting trees, but you know what? We gotta get up there. Let's make it straight now. I think this 2% is going to work out well, actually. Yeah. I think it's going to get us right up the hill on time. We'll see. The nice thing about this game that makes me just love it, love it, love it, love it, is you can make cuts like any railroad would when you're building track, which is just so needed, if I'm honest. So incredibly important. All right, let's just do straight track. Is that enough? Ooh, no, it's not. Ouch, gross. Get out of here. Don't ever let me see that garbage again. That was disgusting. All right, there we go. Yeah, so see, we can get just enough of a cut. So I'm going to drop that down to 0%. That's going to be pretty tight, but I don't care. We're going to be going pretty slow at this point anyways. Straight track. Let's go ahead and make a curve. There we go. And now we'll probably do like -2 to get us down the hill. 2% up and down is not bad in this game. It is completely manageable. You know, sure, any amount of grade is going to limit you a little bit, but I'm not here trying to have like a Daytona 500 on the railroad, so, you know, don't want a bunch of flat stuff everywhere. But I'm excited to play this game and talk about it and, you know, help you guys figure out how it works. It's really easy to get it. You get a Roblox account, which is free. And then from there, you need to buy Robux, which is their little currency that you can spend on stuff. Usually it's like $10 for 1,000. They had a special going on when I got this game back in January, so I paid $5 for 500. And the game costs 240 Robux. So that's $2.40. $2.40 to go to a good cause. Yeah, that cause is developing this amazing game. So yeah, if you don't want to build expensive track, then let it dig into the ground. Make cuts. But you can see this locomotive, nice and easy. 5 loaded log cars up this 2% like it's nothing. So there's no car brakes, no automatic car brakes like a train brake. There's none of that. You do have hand brakes for the cars, these little white things right here. So you can click that. That sets the hand brake. That turns it off. So it's got those at least. All right, where is the lumber mill? He is further down in the valley. All right, we're gonna lose some elevation here. Let's do this. Let's see if I can do this without a trestle. That's getting pretty high. I don't know. I think I'm going to go left. Yeah, it's okay. Oof. Talk about just barely, man. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right, that is a lot better. Let's go ahead and make it straight for a hot second. I really personally like to keep it straight before I make an S-curve, technically. That's technically a thing I like to do. It makes the track look better, you know, plus it's more prototypical that way. Not that really anything on this game is prototypical. I mean, it's a cartoon. But I love this game. The multiplayer is pretty seamless. It's pretty smooth and easy to work with. Easy to bring in your friends. Oh, you know what? I envision a nice little curve right down there to get us that final bit down the hill. Let's do it. To go left, it's positive. Maybe we'll get a tunnel out of this. That'll be cool. You guys want to see a tunnel? That's another nice thing. You can get freaking tunnels, man. Freaking tunnels. It is certainly cool. Yeah, I like this one. I don't think I like that anymore, actually. That turned out to be a bit tighter than I expected. Okay, so that means we need to back this up. Just took it a little too far, and that's okay. So let's cut it there. And then I could always shorten the radius, but sort of a main line through here. Probably not really, but I am trying to not cut the radius too much if I don't have to. I haven't built in a while, so cut me some slack. I gotta kind of get a feel for it all again. It looks like we're going to trace the hill this way. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I'm kind of making this a branch line. So I was going to do a branch line to the lumber mill, and then that was going to be the end of it. Yeah, so actually I'll probably... We'll see. I'm still deciding. I'm still deciding. There's space enough for a yard over there, which is good. Yeah, we'll see. I'm still deciding. And the nice thing about it is it's really easy to change things up later. All right. Yeah, we still got a bit of height we need to come down here. We'll get there. That's looking pretty good. I like it. Let's go get our train, actually. Let's bring our train down with us. Once again, you know, if I wanted a steeper gradient, getting up and down this hill would be way easier. I could have also just tunneled through the hill, but that's expensive, and you don't start with a ton of money. Ooh, that needs to go. So, you know, trade-offs. Trade-offs. But I'm happy with what we've got here. One nice thing when you bring logs in, let's see, those are in right now. I'm working with these 17-foot stake wagons. Notice they carry logs and beams, so you can carry beams out with you. It's kind of nice. So you can come to the sawmill loaded, and then you can leave the sawmill loaded. You can go too fast. You can throw yourself off curves. You can stringline trains if they got a bunch of light cars at the front pulling heavy cars. You can throw them off the track when you hit the brakes too fast. There's a lot of cool ways you can mess everything up. It's got a really good physics system in it. Super enjoyable. All right. So we're getting there. Got to get down to right there. I think we'll make it pretty soon. Awesome. All right, let's at least get it built for this episode. Come on, man. Positive curves left. Remember that, guys. Positive curves left. Ah, look, there's a little retaining wall. Not bad. Negative curves right. How high is that off the ground? Not bad, actually. Look at that. That is great. Nice and gentle, 2%. We'll go ahead and cut that tree down just to be safe. All right. It's pretty high. Might consider getting a trestle. To be fair, though, that's about as far as I want it to go, because we've got to start curving over. Yeah, to get to the actual mill. And it's kind of gross looking. Maybe later, when I'm not in such a hurry, I'll come back and, you know, fix it or something. Make something that looks a little better. I don't know. We'll see. It's not really terrible, if I'm honest. It's really not. Don't hate. All right, let's get... Ah, this is cool. So watch this. Planner. Parallel 2-track guide. You can lay that and... Oops. And lay that. There we go. If you go to track, you can go to delete. Let you delete one at a time. And then if you want, you can just lay a track right there. Now, for me personally, that's not close enough. So I don't like doing that. I just wanted to show you that you can. Okay, for me, I like to get right on it like this. And I like to lay it this way. Now I realize I got to turn my camera just the slightest. Oops, too much. Too much. It's a bit of trial and error. For me, I don't mind it, you know? I don't mind it at all. That's pretty good. Yeah, that'll do. All right, now let's get a switch going. So we're going to do 80. Press the T button to get it on a different node. There we go. Perfect. Let's get a little more track, though. For that, put a little yard down here to sort cars, because the lumber mill is going to be really freaking busy. Positive to go left. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is beautiful railroading. The very last thing I'll say on this first wonderful episode of Steam and Steel is my favorite thing about this game is it has demand pricing. So when you ship to an industry, if that industry is low on a certain resource, you're going to get demand pricing. It's going to pay you more depending on what percentage of that resource is currently sitting in that industry. It's lovely. Plus, whenever you connect up to one, you get an automatic $5,000 stipend, which is beautiful. It's like a thank you bonus back in the old Railroad Tycoon days. Some of the things they haven't really got to yet are things like customization. There's a little bit, but not much, and that's okay. I don't care. But yeah, like if you go sell these logs to the freight depot, they're $15 a piece. Not bad. You bought them for $9. That's one difference from Railroads Online, is you do pay for the materials in this game. So you're profiting off the spread, not just, you know, free delivery. But the other thing here is the demand pricing. You're about to see it firsthand. Here we go. This industry has 0 logs, so see how much it's going to pay us per log on the first ones that we deliver right here. Here we go. So walk up to the car, look for that symbol, press it, boom. 45 a log. So 3 times as much money when there's high demand. When there's medium demand, it's almost 3 times what you paid for it, but it's only about 50% more value than the freight depot. So they have stuff on their wiki about all this. It's great. All right, let's go dump a few more logs here. Let's look at this. You can see we've got some beams going here slowly. These are the required deliveries, and these are optional deliveries that make it produce faster. So definitely important to deliver. And machinery is like the single most valuable item to deliver. So clearly you want to deliver that, but it takes a while to get there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pause our first episode right there. This has been fun. Took me a little longer than I expected to get over here, but hey, we were laying some track and we made some money. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys will stay tuned for another one. And if you ever decide that you want to be brave and you want to come operate this with me, be my guest, you'll just need to join my Discord, and then I'll get you briefed up on what I want to do. Lots of fun things going on in the Discord. The mods are doing a great job of expanding some cool stuff, creating new opportunities, and a lot more community. So I need to get a video up about that soon. All right, guys. Catch you all next time.